So moving on to more examples on initial conditions. I hope you can see the network that is put on the board. We have a 20-volt supply and we have two passive elements, that is resistor 20 ohm and 10 ohm, and we have a inductor 1 Henry. Okay, and there is a switch, K switch, that is, and there are 2 points, that is important. There are 2 points here, 1 and 2. Fine. First I will read the question, listen carefully. In the circuit shown, the switch K is changed from position 1 to 2. Okay, in the figure shown, the switch K is changed from position 1 to 2. So first it was at position 1, it is changed from position 1 to 2. At t is equal to 0. Once again I will send, the switch K is changed from position 1 to 2 at t is equal to 0, steady conditions having reached before switching. In question only they will give us this point. Steady conditions having reached before switching. Find I and its derivatives at t is equal to 0 plus. Fine. Once again I will tell, the switch the switch was at position 1. It is changed from 1 to 2 and steady conditions have reached. Okay, steady conditions have reached before switching. So now you have to find out I and its derivatives. First I will show you what is the difference between the previous and this problem. Here switch is changing from one position to the other. Getting it? If this is the network, okay, this was the switch we had. Fine. So at t is equal to 0 minus, the switch was open. At t is equal to 0 plus, the switch is closed. And listen carefully, when the switch was open, the elements, that is the resistor and the capacitor, this inductor is not connected to the source. Okay, it is not connected to the source. And when the switch is closed, it is connected to the source. Network which we had seen in previous examples. But now here it is not like on and off. It is just changing the position from 1 to 2. Okay, at t is equal to 0, it is changing from 1 to 2. At t is equal to 0 minus, where the switch will be? The switch will be at position 1. Okay, at position 1 I have drawn the network. Fine. Listen carefully. At position 1, the inductor is connected to the source. Okay, it is not like off. It is connected to the source 20 volts, and it was connected to the source for long time. So it has reached a steady state. It is not, or it is not in a state of transient. It has reached a steady state. So when an inductor has reached a steady state, it will become a short circuit. That is important. Okay, it will change to a short circuit. Before this we had seen at transient condition it will be an open circuit, but since it is connected to a source for a long time, it has become a short circuit. So now it is a closed network and we can find out the current I of 0 minus. So what is the equation for I of 0 minus? Current I is nothing but voltage divided by resistance. So how much voltage we have? We have 20. So 20 divided by 10. So the answer is 2 amps. So I of 0 minus is equal to I of 0 plus. So after t switches change the position, the current will be same. So what will be the current now? The current is 2 amps. Getting it? At t is equal to 0 minus. Next, what the question again? At t is equal to 0 plus, the switch is changed from position 1 to position 2. So the network will be like this. This was at position 1, now it is at position 2. So position 2, just draw, we have only 20, 10 and 1 Henry. That is put in the network. See, at t is equal to 0 minus, we will not write this 20 ohm because it is not connected to switch 1. It is at 2. So 20 ohm will not be written. Now this is the network at t is equal to 0 plus. Just write the equation, the mesh equation which we used to write, where we will write the KVL. So what is the equation? At t is equal to 0 plus, what is the equation? It is 20 into I I of t, okay, 20 into I of t plus 10 into I of t plus 10 into I of t plus 1 into अथवा L in 1 into di by dt is equal to 0. See what they have told? They have told you to find I and its derivatives. We have already found I, it is 2 amps. Now we have to find its derivatives. Okay, so 20 plus 10 is 30 I of t plus 1 into di by dt is equal to 0. Okay, both are same. Next, what is the derivative? Is nothing but di by dt. So di by dt is what? How much is I of t? I of t is, and just send it to the RHS. Di by dt is equal to minus 30 into I of t. It is nothing but minus 30 into 2. It is 60, okay, amperes per second. This is one derivative, that is di by dt. So di by dt is equal to minus 60 ampere per second. So we got one derivative. Next we have to find the second derivative. Call this as equation 1. How to find out the second derivative? Second derivative is nothing but differentiation of the first one, or they can call this also as equation 1 only. I have just added it. So when you differentiate, what will you get? 30 into di by dt. I will just differentiate it. Differentiating equation 1, what will you get? I'll write here. It is 30 into di by dt plus 1 is this, it is inductance, so 1 into d square I by dt square is equal to 0. So how much is di by dt? Di by dt is nothing but it is 60. So 30 into 60, how much you get? You will get 6 3s are 18. So it is 180 ampere per second square. So d square I by dt square is equal to 180 ampere per second square. So this is the derivative of I and its derivative. Getting it? I and its derivative. The first problem here. And if you just take on that side. Did you follow the first problem, Ishrat? Okay, Srishti, tell now.
Understood, ma'am.
Okay. Momina? Ishrat also. Okay. Once again, I will just tell you the summary of it. Listen here. Here, the switch is changing from position 1 to 2. It is not like on and off. It is not in a state of on and off. It is changing from position 1 to 2. So when it is at position 1, it is connected to a source. When it is at position 2 also, okay, the same conditions will be prevailing. Since it was connected to a source, the inductor will reach a steady state. So when the inductor has reached a steady state, it will act as a short circuit. After that, just find out the current I of 0 minus, then write the equation and find its derivatives. So di by dt is minus 60 ampere per second. Minus of minus will become plus, and d square I by dt square will become 180 ampere per second square. So we'll go with the second example. For the given circuit, the switch is changed from position A to B. Instead of 1 to 2, what they have given, it is changed to position A to B, and we have a capacitor of 1 microfarad. It is changed from position A to B. We have a capacitor here and it is 1 microfarad. Okay, at t is equal to 0 minus, where will be the switch? The switch will be at position A. So when it is at position A, it has reached a steady state. Okay, because it is connected to the source for a long time. So it has reached a steady state. So when it has reached the steady state, what will happen to the capacitor here? Capacitor will be open circuit. Okay, capacitor will act as an open circuit. So when the circuit is open, do we have any current there? So I of 0 minus. Since it is open, we don't have any current there. So I of 0 minus is 0 amps. Okay. One other important concept you should learn here is, it is open fine, there is no current also fine. Okay. And there is no voltage drop across 10 ohm also. But what is the voltage here? What is the voltage of the capacitor there? What will be the voltage? That means what is Vc of 0 minus? It is nothing but the voltage of this 20 volts. The same voltage will be seen at this open circuit. So we have Vc of 0 minus is nothing but 20 volts. Okay, that concept should be clear. When it is open, just the voltage, that is the 20 volts at the source, will just appear at the open circuit. So at t is equal to 0 minus, we have that 20 volts. Next, at t is equal to 0 plus. So before going to t is equal to 0, at t is equal to 0 plus, where is the switch? The switch is at position B. Okay, and what we don't have, we have changed here, we have a capacitor. Okay, and how much is the source? 20. And one more thing, there is change in the resistor value also. We have an inductor in the network here, and the resistor value is 20 ohm. 20 ohm, and this is 100. Okay, this was our second one. Fine. Okay. So next, this also will become an inductor. Inductor is 1 Henry, and this is 20 ohm. And we have a capacitor of 1 microfarad. Fine. So at position A, we have nothing to do with this inductor. 1 Henry is not connected to A, so we will not draw the inductor, and the capacitor is open. At t is equal to 0 plus, we have inductor, resistor and capacitor. Now we will write the equation. Can anybody tell the equation? You can just try. Just one interaction. You can tell the equation. We'll start from inductor. What it will be? L into di by dt plus 20 into I of t plus, can you tell for the capacitor? Plus 1 by c integration I dt is equal to 0. So this is the equation, L into di by dt plus 20 into I of t plus 1 by c integration I dt is equal to 0. See, again I am telling, each and every term represents what? Current into resistance. Current into resistance. What it is? What is current into resistance? It is nothing but the voltage. So what we have to find out now? We have found out I, that is I is completed now. We have to find out I and its derivatives. Next we have to find out di by dt. So what is this term now? What is I? I is 0. So this complete term will become 0. How much is this? This is nothing but the voltage. How much is the voltage across the capacitor? It is 20 volts. Getting it? So what we can write? How much is inductor? Inductor is nothing but 1. So 1 into di by dt plus 0 plus 20 is equal to Next, di by dt, that is the first derivative, is nothing minus 20 ampere per second. So di by dt is nothing but minus 20 ampere per second. Call this as equation 1. Next, we have to find the second derivative. What you will do? We just differentiate it. So we are differentiating equation 1. Okay, what will get differentiating? L into d square. I think you can see, or I'll just write here. What is the differentiation? L into d square I by dt square plus 20 into di by dt plus, what about this term? We have integration and we are differentiating, both will get cancelled. It is nothing but I by c is equal to 0. That is our equation 2. So you can just substitute here. What about this I? I is nothing but 0, so this full term will become 0. Okay, and 20 into, how much we got? Di by dt. Di by dt is nothing but minus 20, and L is nothing but 1. So d square I by dt square is how much now? 400 ampere per second square. Is nothing but 400 ampere per second square. Here the important concept is, you should not just think what to put for I, or how to do this. Complete term represents a voltage, and the voltage across the capacitor is 20 volts, and just substitute there 20, you will get the first derivative. Then differentiate the equation 1, you will get the second derivative. So these are the different concept in the initial conditions. Getting it? Followed the second example.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt, Latashri?
ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸರಿ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್.
Okay. See first, again second example, I'll read the question. For the given circuit, the switch is changed from position A to B. Getting it? The switch is changed from position A to B. From A to B means what? It was at position A first. It is changed from A to B. At t is equal to 0, steady state having reached before switching. That sentence is very important. Steady state having reached before switching. That means what? Before switching, it has reached the steady state. So when it has reached the steady state, the inductor will be closed and the capacitor will act as an open circuit. So at t is equal to 0, when it is switching from A to B, at t is equal to 0 minus, where the switch will be? The switch will be at position A. Okay, when the switch is at position A, just capacitor will act as an open circuit. Since the circuit is open, will not have any current in the circuit, but the voltage across the capacitor will be 20 volts. That is the source voltage that will be appearing there. Okay, at t is equal to 0 plus, the switch has come to position B. Okay, here it is at position B. So that network I have put here. When it has come to position B, just write the equation. Okay, just write the mesh equation. That is 1 into di by dt plus 20 into I of t plus 1 by c integration I dt is equal to 0. Call it as equation 1. Differentiate. Okay, we have already di by dt. Just substitute here. Since I of t is 0 because of open circuit, so this term will become 0. This complete term represents a voltage, and just substitute there 20 volts, will get di by dt. Second is differentiate equation 1, will get d square I by dt square. These are the two important examples of initial conditions. Okay, next one more example will go. Here we will take some 2 loops. Okay, 2 loops will be taken and the network will be shown here. So here we have a source, and again we have the switch B and A. Fine. We have an inductor, we have resistor and a capacitor. At point A also there is one source. So two sources are there. So one capacitor value is 1 microfarad. This is 1 ohm. Inductor is 1 Henry. The switch. Okay. So two sources, 10 volts and 3 volts. So this is the network. We'll see how to solve it. Okay. What the question they have given? In the circuit shown, the switch was in position A. Okay. The circuit shown, the switch was in position A for sufficiently long time. Okay. The switch was in position A for sufficiently long time. Position A means what? This is the position A. So it was at position A for sufficiently long time. What that means? That means it is connected to the source. Okay. It was at position A for long time means it is connected to the source. Then the switch was changed from A to B. Okay. Next the switch was changed from A to B. Okay. It was shifted to 10 volts. So, but both the positions it is connected to source. When it is at A, it is connected to 3 volts. When it is at B, it is connected to 10 volts. Determine I and the second derivatives. Okay, I and its derivatives we have to find out. So, at t is equal to 0 minus the switch is at position A. So that network will draw. So it is at position A. So we don't have 10 volts. We have one inductor, one resistor and the capacitor. It is 1 microfarad, 1 ohm, 1 Henry and 3 volts. This is when at t is equal to 0 minus the switch is at position A. That means it is connected to the source. Fine. So when it is connected to the source for long time, what will happen to this capacitor? Capacitor will reach the steady state. That means it is open. Getting it? So it will act as a open circuit. And what will happen to the inductor? Inductor will act as a short circuit. That is important. This concept should be clear. Capacitor will act as open circuit and inductor will act as a short circuit. So what will be the voltage across the capacitor? It's nothing but the 3 volts. And what will be the current? Just take it as two loops here. Since there, take it as I1 and I2. Okay. Voltage BC, that is the voltage across the capacitor. Can anybody tell what will be the voltage across the capacitor? Just see the network once. You should answer me. I1 of 0. Anybody can give a try. How much is BC? Just tell me and tell you it is right or wrong.
10 volts, ma'am.
10 na?
VC 10, ma'am.
See voltage across the capacitor VC. Why 10 ma? See how much is the source here?
3, ma'am.
Then how much it will be? So it is not connected to position B, it is connected to position A. The voltage is 3 volts. So how much will be the voltage across the capacitor? You can tell
3 volts, ma'am.
Good. It is nothing but 3 volts. The voltage across the capacitor is nothing but 3 volts. Will there be any current now? What will be the current I1? I1 is nothing but the voltage divided by resistance. It is 3 divided by 1. So it is 3 amps. I2 also is 3 amps. Okay, this is completely one loop. Here it is open, but the loop is complete here. So we will have a current there. Both the currents will be set. it is nothing but the 3 amps. This happens when the switch is at position A. Getting it? Next, at T is equal to 0 plus. Okay? At T is equal to 0 plus. Now where is the switch? The switch is at position B. I will just rub this. At T is equal to 0 plus, the switch is at position B. So now nothing to do with A now. The switch is connected to position B. I think you can see it. Okay, it is connected to the position B. The network I have put. So again, just write the two currents here. I1 of T, I2 of T. I1 of T and I2 of T. Now we will write the equations for the first loop and second loop, because we have found out the current, we have to find its derivatives. So what will be the first loop equation? Loop 1. Just put the message. It is entering the negative of the source. So what we should write? It is nothing but minus 10. Okay? Minus 10 plus. What is the inductor? L into di1 by dt. Okay? What is the capacitor? Plus 1 by C integration. In capacitor we have two currents passing. That is I1 of T minus I2 of T. Okay? dt is equal to 0. You can write separately also. You can write I1 of T dt minus I2 of T dt. Okay? Is equal to 0. That is the loop 1 equation. Call it as equation 1. Now tell me the equation for loop 2. Loop 2. We have only a capacitor and a resistor. So it is 1 by C integration. First we have to write I2 because it is loop 2 now. I2 of T, I1 of T, okay, dt plus 1 into I2 of T is equal to 0. Just see once loop 1 and loop 2 equation. You can write resistor into current, or you can just write 1. Instead of 1 you can write R also. R into I2 of T 0. Call it as equation 2. So from equation 1 we can find out the di of by dt. So it is minus 10 plus L into di1 by dt plus 3 is equal to 0. Can you see the board?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, from equation 1 I am writing up. It is from equation 1. I am just writing minus 10 L into di1 by dt. Why I wrote this 3? What is this 3? What this represents in mesh analysis, what we write? Can you see mesh analysis? We write the voltages. Okay. So what this full term represents? This full term represents the voltage across the capacitor. So how much is the voltage across the capacitor when the switch was at position A? At position A, when the switch was at position A, the voltage across the capacitor was 3 volts. Getting it? So the same 3 volts will be there when the switch position is changed from A to B, because all of a sudden it cannot change, so the 3 volts will remain. So instead of this nothing but the voltage, so this complete represents the 3 volts. Okay, so completely it represents the 3 volts. Now how much is di1 by dt now? di1 by dt is nothing but 10, just shift to the RHS, what it will become? 10 minus 3 divided by 1. Okay, di1 by dt is nothing but, okay, 10 minus 3 divided by 1 is nothing but 7 ampere per second. So we got one current and one derivative. Next, differentiating equation 1. Fine. I will just rub the upper part. Now can anybody tell that after differentiating what we'll get? Differentiating equation 1. L into, okay, differentiation of minus 10 is how much? 0. So we'll not get that. It is 0 plus L into d square I1 by dt square. That is the differentiation of the inductor. Plus, what next what we'll get? Plus, integration and differentiation will get cancelled. Plus, we'll get I1 of t minus I2 of t divided by c is equal to 0. Okay, this is the equation we are going to get. Next, what we can substitute, how to find out d square I1 by dt square here. How much is I1 of t and I2 of t? Can anybody tell how much is I1 of t and I2 of t? I1 of t. Previous condition, what it was? Just see, it was I1 of t and I1. How much it was? It is nothing but 3, right? So d square I1 by dt square is equal to 3 minus 3 is nothing but 0. So we get 0 ampere per second square. Inductor L is 1. So we got current I1 and its derivatives. Fine. And that is all about for the equation 1. From loop 1 we found out current and first current and derivative. Fine. And next we will go with the loop 2 to find out the second current. So what is this loop 2? From loop 2 what we can do? Just differentiate the equation 2. If you differentiate equation 2, what we will get? Integration and differentiation will get cancelled. So on differentiating equation 2, what is the answer? It is I2 of t minus I1 of t divided by c plus r into di2 of t divided by dt. Okay, so for I2 is the first derivation we are finding. So it is also nothing but what? Again the two currents, 3 minus 3. It is nothing but the 0. So the answer will be again, I'll just write the second here. It is di2 of t divided by dt is nothing but 0 ampere per second. That is I2. Next we have to differentiate the what next, how to find out d square I by d square I2 of t by dt square. Just differentiate the equation. Just call this as loop 2 equation we have differentiated. No, call it as equation 3. Okay, differentiating equation 3, what we will get? I'll rub this loop 2 equation. Just will differentiate equation 3. So it is 1 by c, write it outside. So d I2 of t by dt minus d I1 of t by dt plus r into d square I2 of t divided by dt square is equal to 0. Call it as equation 4. Okay, we want this d square I2 we want. We have to find out that. Next just substitute the values. What we got? di2 of t. Okay, di2 of t we got it as 0 and di1 of t we had solved it before. It is minus 7. Okay, so this is minus 7. How much is the capacitor value? It is 1 microfarad. So 1 into 1 divided by 1 into 10 power minus 6. This full term is 0. Okay. How much is R? R is also 1 into d square I by d square I2 of t by dt square. So what will be the answer now? D square I2 of t divided by dt square is nothing but 7 into 10 power 6 ampere per second square. It is 10 power 6, it will come to the RHS. So 7 into 10 power 6 ampere per second square. So we have seen nearly 3 examples in this class. Hope you have understood. Thank you.